down.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it has been a while since I actually sat down and recorded a video, but I am super excited to talk to y'all today because I feel like what I'm bringing to y'all will be very informative and helpful just for anybody who wants to be more productive, develop some dope content for their social media, and just overall utilize their phones 10 times more than just scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Twitter, and texting and FaceTiming. So today I will be talking about the 9 apps that I literally will die on a hill for on my phone. So I'm going to be doing 9 apps total, but 3 different categories. So the categories are going to be: 1, it's just life apps that I use every single day that just help me be 10 times more productive and they just help my day go a lot more smoother. 2 is going to be what I use to be more organized and productive throughout my days and with creating content and working on projects. And then 3 is the ones that I feel people are going to get the most out of, especially if you love like having unique creative content on your social media. It's gonna be the apps that I use the most. And if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, go follow me right now. It's at @SToldByTay on Instagram. But if you follow me on Instagram and you watch my stories, you can kind of see how I've been starting to post a lot more as far as the process I go through with creating content, kind of like my daily life, but I try to do a more creative spin because I know people get bored just seeing the everyday Instagram stories. And so I kind of try to bring a more creative like aspect to just simple stuff. So as I said, I really like Google because that's where all my emails are. That's where all my documents are. That's where my calendar lives. It works for me. That's why I think Google Assist is a really good app to have if you do have like Google softwares and you mostly use Google, because it kind of brings everything together in one app. When you open the app, you'll see, I feel like it's different for everyone. I don't really know personally, but I know of course it has like my name, everything has the weather for the day, which is cold AF. And then it has like travel times for the maps for like whatever I have on my calendar that has a location. And so today when I did this, what had the location was the gym that I did not go to, but it's there, it's in my calendar every single day. So it'll have the travel time from where I am, which is my job, to where my gym is. But I just realized that this is my old gym and I changed location. So I was just like, it does not take 14 minutes to get to this gym. But when I update the location, it'll show how long it'll take me to get to the gym, which is the next event after I get off of work. But then you can also search restaurants. It's literally like Google. Well, it's like Siri, but it's Google. And I like it because it also has Spotify on there. So, and it also has the shortcut through Siri. So you can just press the button on your phone to activate Siri, but then you can say, okay, Google. I feel like that just activated my Google in my room. You can just say that and then it'll open up the app. So it still works hand in hand. And then at the bottom it has, well, as you scroll, it has my calendar as well. And then of course you can like set reminders, you can take notes, like you can kind of do everything that you would really need to do, like just basic stuff through this app, but it just keeps everything right there. But the next app after this is, oh my god, this is my new favorite app. Oh my god, I love it so much because it's literally perfect. So for the longest, I've had like a thing with planners where I cannot use like notebook planners. Like I can't. I will buy them, use them for a week and forget about it. I like everything to be on my phone, digital, like easy access. And so I was trying to find the best planner app for me, and it was just not working. Like I would use every single planner app, and I could not stay consistent with it. Like it would just be, it just wouldn't be, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be enough. It just was not right for me. And so one day, and also my biggest thing was that I want to be able to access my planner on my computer, because I'm always on my computer. Always. There's never a day I am not on this computer, like literally. And so I wanted to be able to view my planner on my computer. So one day, I don't know what I was doing. I just decided to go through my app store on my Mac and like look up planners. And then I happened to stumble across this one, and it's called Opus One. And so I started reading into it. I was just like, okay, this looks really cool. And it had so many like small little details and stuff that the over organized and over planner like me need. And so I was like, oh, this is perfect. My favorite thing about Opus One is that it's complex, but at the base of everything, it's really simple. Like you open it up and you just see your day, and you just kind of see everything you need to do. And what I love about the task is that you can organize them by category. You have unlimited categories, and you also can do it by priority. So they have like A, B, C. A is things that need to absolutely get done. B is things that can kind of go over to like the next day if need to, and C is just like you do it or you don't. And that's what I really, really loved about it, is that it prioritized, like I'm able to prioritize stuff. And of course, as you go deeper into it, you can kind of like add your reminders. You can say if it's like a floating task, which means like if it's gonna go like to a different day, and you can easily, stuff that you don't complete rolls over to the next day, which I love so much. Like I won't have to click it. I can be like, oh, I skipped this. Like it rolls over automatically to the other day, and then it turns red to know like, oh, these are the things that you didn't complete the day before. And you can also like, of course, do reoccurring things. Like it's a really amazing like planner app for you. Then it has a daily notes, which I also think is great, because I use it because what I used to do on my computer is that I used to have a whole bunch of like sticky notes of everything that I needed to remember. But what I love about daily notes is on here is that like I can think about it on a specific day, and I definitely utilize this on payday for the things I have to pay for. Like I'll plan ahead and like write out what needs to be paid that day, so when it pops up on that day, I'll see, oh, I need to do this, that, and the third. And so that's why I love that it's right. It also has like these different categories. So it has master tasks, which basically is tasks that don't have like a due date. And I put like all my random tasks that I kind of want to like think about later on in life. I put them there, and I kind of like go to them, because sometimes they move to like daily tasks, and I'm like, okay, I can start working on that. And then they also have a goals, which I really love because it has a progress bar, and I'm all about visual progress. And so with the goals, you can make tasks like in your daily tasks, and then you can assign them to a goal. So once it's done, you see your progress bar. And I really, really love that. That's why Opus is literally like my life. Like if you ever see my computer, like literally I start the day and I have it open. I just scroll through it. Now Opus is not free. It's $3.99 a month, which is not bad at all. I would say it's a good investment for everything that you're getting, and I've recommended it to people, and people are telling me that they absolutely love it. And so I would definitely say, if you need like a planner that you can use on your computer that syncs with your computer and your phone, if you have an iPad, your iPad, which I think is the best feature of all this, I definitely would say invest in Opus. Like it has changed how my days go tremendously. So the next app, I'm kind kind of gonna like talk to y'all about that one because I don't want to put it on the screen because it's real personal information, but it's Mint. One of my biggest things that I'm working on is being more financially responsible. I've finally reached financial stability, so now I just gotta be responsible. So I really love using Mint because just like Google Assist and Opus, I'm really big on having everything laid out for me. And so with Mint, I can see my credit score, I can see like my credit card debt, like I can see all my transactions because it's linked to my bank accounts. Like I can see everything right there. I really focus on my budget a lot, and so I can see like where I'm at in my budget. So if you just want to have a better like visualization of all your finances, I would definitely use Mint. But next, we're moving on to my faves, is my productivity apps. So I just love being productive. I love the feeling of being productive. I know everybody loves the feeling of being productive, but I really truly love it because I just it's just knowing where I used to be and knowing how lazy I used to be and how much I would procrastinate. Seeing how I am now and how like straightforward I am now and how I'm very like determined and very like ambitious, I'm very proud of myself and my growth. And so I live off of productivity. Like if I'm not being productive, I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? So the first one in the productivity section I'm gonna talk about is one everyone knows, everyone actually uses. Probably if you have Gmail or a Google account. It's surprising how many people don't use it though, which is strange to me, but live your life. But it is Google Drive. What I personally use Google Drive for is I use it really for my business to communicate, to kind of pass projects back and forth with my clients because most of the time they have a Google account. Like there are very few times where I've worked with a client that doesn't have a Google account, and so like having Google Drive, you literally just share the files. I have like all my projects that I've worked with for people. I have those all on in my business email. And another really big thing I use it for is for my blogs. I have all my blogs in Google Drive, like in my As Told by Tay Gmail. I use the spreadsheets to do content calendars when I'm working on with clients because obviously I can also share those with them and we can kind of go back and forth, add comments. It's just really easy when working with clients and you just want to communicate really fast. After Google Drive, there's an app that I've only been using for a year. I think I did start using it like either December or January, and it is Evernote. And Evernote is a note-taking app on crack. I think Evernote is the best note-taking app. I use it for more detailed things, and that'll make sense later on when I talk about the last app, but I use it for a lot of like to add more detail to things that I'm kind of thinking about. So like any projects, any content, like all the outlines are in Evernote. You can make different notebooks, and so I have them all organized by like what it is. So I have one for As Told by Tay, which usually houses like content ideas, and like articles and tips for things that I'm kind of curious about. So like grow the brand. I have one for Elysian, and that's where I put all my client notes. So when I have consultations, it has all my consultation notes, and I just kind of like reference back to those when I'm creating and kind of marking through their projects. I have one for the go-getters, and I really just put content ideas and kind of just anything I'm thinking about, and I just need to type it out because I can just go back and look at it and kind of go from there when I'm building my task on Opus. And then I have one for With Love and Care for the same thing. So it's literally just keeps detailed notes about everything I'm kind of like working on and all my projects. I also have two very, very, very important templates on there. It is my content calendar and my budget. So like on the phone, as you can tell, it's kind of wonky. I really use Evernote more on desktop, but of course it has the iOS app, and I have my account with them, and so of course I can just sync it. I have the free one because I use it, but I don't need the premium stuff. I really use it on my phone as like a reference, like a really, really quick reference. But I like it a lot better on my desktop for this reason exactly. Like you can see how the calendar kind of it's very like spread out, and so I kind of have to like do too much scrolling. But I use it as a content calendar, and so I have all my content listed out for the posting date. Then I put it on here so that I can see, like every week I can see, okay, what's going out, which leads into what I need to work on, which turns into what ends up on my daily tasks and Opus. It's all very seamless for me. It might sound like a lot to you, but it works out perfectly for me. And then at the bottom I have my social media calendar, which is it's literally a copy of that calendar before, but it's my social media. So any social media that I'm posting for the month, I keep it right here on its post date. And so I just have like all the brands, like all my accounts that I'm going to be posting on, and then I have what it is that I'm posting that day. And the great thing is that those templates, I didn't make those calendars. They came, like they're on Evernote. So if you download it and then you create a note, and you can just add the templates to the note and then customize them as you need to. Lastly is my favorite productivity app. I preach about this app all the time. I will recommend it to anybody for anything, and that is Trello. So Trello is a project management app that focuses a lot on very simple, detailed workflow. And I love it because of the workflow, because it is literally drag and drop. You can kind of like move things along as you go. And you have really control over it. I feel like a lot of apps that try this, it's more of like you have to do a lot more to maneuver your workflow, and I think that is just way too much. And what I love about Trello is that it's very much about team and collaboration, and they have so many different tools that you can use with multiple people, and so I love it. Trello is my brain. I will always say Trello is my brain because it has every single idea that I've ever thought of or I'm thinking of is in Trello. It's in one of these boards, it's in one of these lists, it's on one of these cards. Every single thing, like all my goals and everything, are in Trello. They start in my notes app on my phone because I will randomly think about it, and then they move to Trello because that's when it's like set that it's gonna happen. It might not happen right away, but it's gonna happen. And so Trello is the first step in like my whole productivity, my whole planning for content. Trello is the first step because it has everything. So ideas that I might have forgotten about that I kind of need to revisit, things that I currently am working on, like it's all in Trello. And from Trello it moves to Evernote because that's when it becomes more detailed, and I start thinking about all the little things that needs to happen, and I kind of start planning out the outline. And then from Evernote it goes to Opus because that's when I give it top priority, and I actually start making it a part of my day to complete these tasks to ultimately make that bigger goal in Trello happen. What I love is you can make unlimited boards, and so as you can see, I have boards for literally everything in my life. But the main ones that I use, I would definitely say, are the work boards. Like the work board is like my main one because it's where I kind of keep everything from these boards, and I put it in the work boards because all the individual boards are all the individual ideas, and then it moves to the work board to kind of like be set in motion. Like the top thing I love about Trello is that you can customize your workflow. And what I mean by that is that you kind of go in and you set the terms of how and what you want your workflow to look like. And it's by these lists that you see right here. All these are called lists. So the hub of it is a board, and then the sub hubs are lists. And then within the list, all these individual things, they're called cards. And so you basically move your cards through the list to kind of keep track of where you are in your workflow. So these are just some things that I have to do. And then what I do is that once they're on to do, I will pull from that and then I'll go into outlining. And then that's when I'm kind of in Evernote, kind of like working through it and seeing like what needs to be done, or I'm in my notebook writing down like what needs to be done. And from there, after I outline things, then I go into doing, because just because I outlined it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it like right then and there. It's just like, okay, you're starting your first step. And once I'm done recording this and all that, it's gonna go into the editing card, and that's basically means it's being edited, like it's being perfected. And after that is the promo creation, which is where I create like all the Instagram promo. After promo creation goes scheduled, and so that's stuff that is ready to be put out. And that's when things end up in my Evernote content calendar. That's my personal workflow. I think everyone who is in content creation, everyone who just creates something, honestly, or has a business, really needs to use Trello. Like, I promise you, it will help you stay organized and stay focused, and it will definitely work to take your productivity from whatever level you're at to level 5,000. So those are my 3 productivity apps. And last but not least, we are moving to my content creation apps. Woo! I'm really big on sharing my apps, and so this is just the first of many times I will help you, obviously, because this whole video is about sharing apps, but this is the first of many times I'll be sharing like content creation apps, because I want people to be able to put out content that like they love. I want people to fall in love with creating content, because I feel like everyone has an individual way of creating content. Even if they're not like graphic designers or photographers, I feel like people can really develop different ways of creating content that works for them and who they are and what they want their brand to be. But the first app that I want to talk about that I use for my templates, it's my personal favorite template app. I know it was one of the first, like when Instagram stories really started like popping off and like templates became a thing. It was one of the very first apps, and I think they've done a very good job with like remaining true to like their brand, and they haven't really tried to do too much. They've just been doing enough that works for them. And it's Unfold. I know a lot of people that use Unfold, but I really love how they've kind of like come up in the template world. But this one personally is my favorite one because it's very simple. I like, when it comes to content creation for Instagram stories, most of the time I like things to be very, very quick. I don't like having to scroll through 50,000 options of templates. I like things to be bam, thank you, here I am. I like apps that have created templates that are just quick and easy for you, but they still have a nice feel and aesthetic to them. Yeah, I just feel like Unfold has they're just simple and they're basic and they're straight to the point with templates. They're not trying to do too much, but they let you do too much if you want to do too much. And they've grown so much, because I remember when they first started, they only had like 3 like little template packages. They only had a couple background colors, like, and now they have like different textures, like stickers, like so many different fonts. And so Unfold is my go-to. And I personally pay for Unfold Plus, which is their premium. At first I was like, oh, I don't need it. But then I saw like all the fonts, all the different textures, like all the stuff that I could utilize, and I was like, oh no, I gotta pay for it. So Unfold Plus, it's only $2.99 a month. And I definitely love it. I'm so glad I upgraded it. So the next app that I kind of semi-recently discovered, it's kind of like a rediscover. I had it for a while, but I didn't really look too much in it, because this is one of those apps where like you have little to no real like access to the cool stuff unless you buy the premium feature. And this app is called Over. And so basically Over, it's kind of like Canva, but it does a little bit more to me than Canva mobile does. And so Over, you basically design your own graphics, and it has everything kind of like laid out for you. It has a multitude of templates that you can pick from and then customize. but you can also start from scratch. And what I love about Over is that it has the templates, yes, but it also has a graphics section that has like so many different shapes, different PNGs, different like stickers that you can truly make like top-notch quality graphics. And then you can also upload your own fonts, which I love. Like, I love being able to upload my own fonts. You can add your different brand colors. You can add your logos for easy access. So when you want to make like specific things for your brands, it's just right there laid out for you. And you can also have like video layers and photo layers depending on what you want to do. But what really kind of like sold me on Over and made me be like, yes, I'm gonna pay this $14.99, because it is $14.99 a month. That's probably the most expensive app I use. What really made me say yes was that they have a like article section at the very beginning. It's like a discover section where you basically read about how different brands and different people utilize Over. So I was literally just like scrolling through the discover page, and I just saw all this amazing things that different people use Over for, and I saw all its capabilities. I was like, oh, I gotta have this. And so far I've loved it. I actually just created like a screen recording, kind of like sped up version of me creating my As Told by Tay and review graphic solely on Over, just using nothing but the Over graphics. I used the fonts from Over and everything, and it turned out so nice. I really love it. I just discovered it, but I truly love it, and it's really good for making graphics like straight from your phone, not having to go from computer to phone, phone to computer, like all that stuff. It has basically everything you need in that app, and it's definitely worth the $14.99. Last but not least, my holy grail, my favorite one, the one that I have been using and I don't think I'm ever gonna stop anytime soon. I actually learned about this app from another Instagrammer. She's a content creator as well, but also a photographer, and I will link her Instagram below because she is amazing. She has so many amazing tips and tricks, and I love how generous she is with her knowledge and how creative she is. But this is a video editing app that she uses as well for her content that she suggested, and so I downloaded it. I've actually had it before, but of course I had the free one, but I downloaded it and I bought the year's subscription. It's only $15 for the entire year, and I was like, oh, I gotta get on that. And so I got it, and it is absolutely amazing. Like, it just has so much. It has so much as far as text, music, transitions, effects, which I love. Like, I love when you can add transitions and effects to just like make the videos more engaging. It has stickers. You can upload your own PNG files to make stickers for like overlays. You can upload your own fonts. You can upload your own music, like from AirDrop. Like, you can AirDrop it from your computer to your phone and just open it in InShot, and it'll save it in there. You can do different backgrounds for your videos. It has so many dimensions. This is my go-to for videos. I even use it to like kind of tweak my boomerangs in my Instagram videos. This is the one. This is the one, and I will recommend it to everyone. I'm so glad that it was recommended, and I'm so glad I was able to discover it, and it's so worth the $15. Like, it doesn't have the watermark, it doesn't have all that extra stuff. Like, literally get the year subscription and utilize it because it is so great for easy, quick content. Like, I make videos on it, like, I'm pretty sure every single day. I even make text-based videos because they have a text-based option where you don't even need video. You just need to have a color as a background, or a picture as a background. And so I kind of like go in between like Over and InShot to kind of like make the graphics, and then put it in InShot to like kind of make it more of a video type feel. Like, I definitely utilize those together. InShot, amazing, like for easy video, like straight from your phone, from phone to Instagram, phone to Twitter, phone to whatever social media. Perfect. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 recommend. And so that is the end of this video. I will be including all the information for these apps in a blog post that I will link down below, as well as my Instagram, as well as any other information I feel like that can help you. And then be on the lookout for my IGTV series that will be coming very, very soon, where I will be doing in-depth like walkthroughs of all these apps, as well as the apps that I kind of discovered that I think will not be better but can also be used for content creators or just people who definitely recommend you at least try out the free trials for all these apps, and let me know what you make. Definitely tag me or send it to me, and because I really want to see like what you all create with these apps and kind of how you use these apps to help you. And that is all, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I can feel your love. I can feel your love.